Welcome in, race fans, here to the Kokomo Speedway, here located in Kokomo, Indiana. Plays host to some of the most prestigious races in dirt track racing. USAC's midgets come here a couple times a week, or a couple times a year. They host the Smackdown right here at Kokomo. Tonight, it's going to be a Smackdown here by the Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series. Tonight, presented by the Upstate Racing League for the Do 100 here in Kokomo. As always on a Thursday night, it is Muth up here in the booth. We got a little bit of a special guest here tonight. Tim Packman going to do a little bit of announcing with us. Tim, here in Kokomo, it's a very small little, call it about a quarter mile of a dirt track.
I believe the proper term for that is bull ring. But hey, thanks a lot. Glad I could be part of this tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Love the dirt action. Love the late models, the power, the sounds, the slide jobs, the sliding, high, low, nose, the back left end up in the air. This is the type of stuff I grew up on up in Ransomville, New York, up in the Western New York area. You know, then had a career on the asphalt. So this is going to be awesome tonight. Looking forward to seeing everybody how they do tonight and what type of action we can get going here at Kokomo.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun. Right now, 19 drivers have logged into this lobby. They are going to all make the field here tonight for our 100-lap main event, brought to us by the Do 100 at Kokomo. Practice is winding down. Brian Hacker right now has the top spot. He has had the top spot for a couple weeks in a row. 2 late model wins, 4 street stock wins. His 4th one just came here tonight a little bit ago. But before we head into our first heat races, we got to thank the Bartel Builders for everything they do on the upstate racing side of things. Also, Austin Designs is our post-race show here tonight. Tri-State Soft Wash, your residential and commercial cleaning, they got it all. No job is too small or too big. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. They are our sponsors tonight for the heat races coming up in just a moment. Also, go bowling. When the pandemic is all over around the whole world, we are all going to go bowling. That's going to wrap up our pre-race. It looks like heat race number 1 is already down onto the grid, and this is how your Bolden Motorsports Stop Bullying racing lineup will roll off here tonight. Starting on the front row, it'll be the 289 of Jeremy Weatherby. To the outside, it'll be the Topton, Pennsylvania driver driving the Jordan Head Racing number 40. It'll be Josiah Millen. Starting in row number 2 here, heat race number 1, it'll be Wayne McDuff III rolling off in the 413, and it's the man out of Western Tennessee. It'll be Ira Kohlhaas in the Call Coolers 29. Row 3 here, it'll be the Arts Barber Shop number 20 of Justin McDuff and the Kokomo, Indiana native of Chris Brown, one of the Tri-State Soft Wash Rookie of the Year candidates. Row 4 here tonight. And starting in our final position will be the number 2 of Brett Bartels. That's our starting lineup for heat race number 1. Tim, iRacing Pace Truck is down and away for the first time tonight.
Well, 12 laps is the distance tonight as we're going to line them up side by side. Look for the green flag there. Does the flagman have a name?
Absolutely not.
Dancing Don will be the flagman tonight. How's that? Green flag. Here we go. They're launching out. Weatherby's going to take that lead in the 289, but he's going to go to the high side, way up high, coming down low. So the number 43 is going to go right in there, trying to take the position. That would be Wayne McDuff, and it looks like he's going to go to the lead. I don't know. Now Weatherby out to the outside. They're side by side. Weatherby goes back to the front. This is what I love about dirt racing. This is so awesome. Here comes the number 20, Justin McDuff. He's sneaking in there. He's going to try to take a position.
Throw them all under a blanket. Still 7 cars here to complete the second lap. It's Weatherby still out front. McDuff making his presence known here tonight. He's going to roll the bottom. Wayne McDuff to the lead for the first time here. Look at the Arts Barbershop number 20 of Justin McDuff, the brother down low. They are going catfishing here tonight early and often. High, wide, and handsome. It's still the Kokomo, Indiana native of Chris Brown. He is out there in the brightly colored crown number 1. He's the only one up top. Everybody else down around the bottom, coming to get 8 laps to go.
Keep your eye on the number 2 there of Brett Bartels. He's been trying to find some room past the number 20 of McDuff. He's looking to the inside. Now McDuff maybe getting something there on Weatherby, possibly not. We'll find out. Bartel and Weatherby make a little bit of contact. All for good. Here we go. Now Bartel takes that position. He'll move up into the 3rd place there as he chases down McDuff.
Yeah, he gets the round down on that inside. Contact between Kohlhaas and the Call Coolers 29 and the Enchanted Safari Water Softeners machine. That is Jeremy Weatherby. Weatherby started on the front row in heat race number 1. He is going backwards right now. He runs into the 5th position currently as he still rolls the bottom, but it is all Wayne McDuff. He is out front right now. He has about a half-second lead over Justin and Brett, who are battling for the second spot. This time by to be 4 more laps around here at Kokomo.
And you got Brown in the number 1. He's trying the high side there. Uptown Brown, we'll call him, because that's where he's trying to race. Weatherby now is trying to take a look. And as he does that, here comes the 29. Ira Kohlhaas, he gets right up in there. He's going to take a position away. So Weatherby, you can start on the pole, but not maintaining position as he's falling back through the field. He is now currently 6th.
Yeah, falling through the field, Millen to be the next car working, almost contact between the Jordan Henn Racing Machine and the Jeremy Weatherby entry here tonight. Weatherby is sliding through the field, but the popsicle sticks were in the air last time by for Wayne McDuff. Could he win heat race number 1? He's going to come by this time. He's going to get the butt kicker 1 to go here. Heat race number 1 just about in the books. McDuff going to go to the bottom here out of 2, and he is sailing. All he has to do is 2 more corners. Turn 3 is perfect. Turn 4, perfect. Checkered flag waving here for heat race number 1. It's going to be Wayne McDuff. Justin McDuff in 2nd. Brett Bartel's in 3rd. Chris Brown is 4th. Ivor Kohlhaas is 5th. Jeremy Weatherby is 6th. And rounding out the field here for heat race number 1, it'll go to Josiah Millen. So
Woo! Boy, that was a great action-packed race. We saw the inside groove, the outside not so much. 2 and 3 wide racing. I'm loving it. I'm looking forward to the feature later tonight. If this is how the heats are tonight, let's see how the feature's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Butt kicker. Heat race number 2 taking to the grid here at Kokomo, and this is, once again, your starting lineup here. Starting a lineup for Heat Race 2 looks like this. It'll be the 12 of Brian Rogers and Casey Bietti starting on the front row. 2 of those Tri-State Soft Wash Rookie of the Year candidates. Then it'll be the Hamburg Hot Dog of Robbie Schaefer out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania in the 97. He was last week's winner. He'll start in the 3rd position. Brian Jones will roll off there 4th. 5th and 6th position here is Chris Stump and Brian Hacker. Watch out for Brian Hacker. He just won the street stock race here at Kokomo a little while ago.
Well, like we said, we watched earlier. I was wondering if they're going to go right at it like they did before as they all line up. If who's going to be trying the low line, because what you saw earlier, I'm sure those guys in the second here are watching that as well. So if anyone goes to the high side, the results might not be that great, but maybe the groove will move up a little bit here in this heat, and maybe something for the feature. We might get 2, and the green flag is flying.
Heat race number 2 underway, and it's going to be Bietti going straight to the top. It'll put Robbie Schaefer in the middle for a second. Chris Stump was going to bring Joe Exotic down to the inside. There will be 3 wide in the middle of turns 3 and 4, but leading lap number 1 here of heat race number 2. It will be Robbie Schaefer in the 97, a brand new paint scheme on that 97 here tonight, and he is going to roll the bottom while Bietti going to go up there, and he is just going to continue to lay on that cushion here tonight at Kokomo. A little contact there between Casey and the outside wall, as now it is still a 3-horse race here.
Casey's been making a lot of contact with the outside wall, and hopefully won't damage him too much and affect him for racing. Now look at this, your leader going back up to 97, Robert Schaefer. He launches into lead. He's getting chased by Casey Bietti and the number 45, but here comes the 11, Brian Hacker, trying to, pardon the pun, hack his way up to the front.
Yeah, Hacker always hacking, especially when it's close to his home, and this is considered his hometown track on the iRacing service. But look at the battle for the 3rd position. It's Chris Stump down to the bottom still, and Joe Exotic right behind them. Brian Jones, he's going to go sideways out of turn number 4. He's going to be able to hang on to the Sunni's Market number 9, but he will lose ground. He will settle for the 5th position. Brian Rogers still trailing the field, running right now 6th as they come to complete lap number 6 here. It has been all Robbie Schaefer out front, but Hacker is right there ready to hack up on the back bumper.
Well, they are running side by side there, and Schaefer's just about a car length up higher, and Hacker's trying to take advantage by going low. So far has not been able to make the pass. Let's see if he can do it the next couple laps. Maybe he's done it here. We'll see as they come out of the turn. And there's your new leader, Hacker in the number 11. But look at Schaefer battling right back. He's going to go to the inside. See if he can pull the slide job on him and get him. There you go. Schaefer to the inside, Hacker to the outside. Side by side, they are not touching. They are not. They've made no contact. Now I take that back. Little contact right there. Slowed the momentum. for both of them. And right behind them is Chris Stump as he's looking to take advantage of these two up front, making some contact with each other.
Yeah.
Woo-wee, this is awesome.
Don't they always make you look like a liar when you try and say something about them? Schaefer and Hacker made the contact, but this time by it'll be the popsicle sticks in the air. Just a half mile of racing here in our second heat race of the night. The laps are falling down quick. So far, the racing has been good here at Kokomo as the number 11 here of Hacker will take the final lap. White flag is waved by the butt kicker. Final lap, and it's Hacker still in turns 3. It's all going to be good for him. 2-car length gap between him and Schaefer, so it'll be Hacker, Schaefer, Stump, Bietti, Jones, and Rogers. Your 5 positions here in heat race number 2. Just like that, 2 heat races in the book here, Tim, and it is some great racing here at Kokomo.
It has been incredible there, but I liked how Hacker worked his way to the front there, and Schaefer, once he realized that he couldn't get by him again, he just did the smart thing and ran there in second to get himself a good starting position for the feature tonight.
So now coming to the grid, it's going to be our 3rd heat race. Another 6 drivers going to be in this one. And this is how they will line up. On the starting front row of your Bolden Motorsports Stop Bullying, it's going to be the 24 Tri-State Soft Wash Rookie of the Year candidate of Nicholas Weatherby. Al Smith Jr.'s got the 96 scheduled to start their P number 2. Row 2, it'll be Brandon Massey out of Ohio in the old shed 65, and then it's going to be Charlie Hayes in the 15. And starting on your final row here for your final heat race, it's going to be the 926 of Richard French and Paul LaCourte in the 41. That is how they're going to line up here for heat race number 2. Heat race number 3. I'm still thinking about heat race number 2.
I know. I
Exciting
don't
it was.
blame you. That 926, he's got an awesome scheme there. I love the green and the black and the purple action in there. Wonder if it's fast as it looks.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's let's drop the green flag and let's go racing here in our final heat race of the night. Side by side, down into turn number 1, Al Smith Jr. on the loud pedal to the high side, but it looks like that inside lane just really is the dominant way around. Cross them up goes Al Smith and Weatherby. Here's Smith going to try and dive underneath the lead lap number 1. It's going to go to Nicholas Weatherby.
And there you go. See, Smith is going to try to maintain it. Now he looks like he might be taking position right there from him, from the leader. That high side has not been working there. And there goes the 65, Brandon Massey. He takes advantage. He goes into second. Here comes the number 15. He's zipping up in there. Charles Hayes the third. But look at the 41 zipping up over there. Paul LaCourte says, the heck with all of you. I'm going to take a position myself.
6 guys throwing the haymakers out there. Right now it's Brandon Massey trying to take over the second position. Massey down the back straightaway has it going into turn number 3, but will he slip? Will Weatherby be able to get underneath him? No, it's going to be Massey slipping off of turn number 4. So here comes Nicholas Weatherby. Weatherby really throwing that 24 machine down into the corner. See, he does it once again, and Massey's going to make contact with him. He's going to try and bully his way through for the second position here. 7 laps to go in our final heat race of the night.
Well, with 7 to go, it looks like Massey might be trying to take advantage of what he did to Weatherby there, making some contact. Looks like Weatherby, though, now he's going down to the inside. Further back there, 926 of Richard French. He's got the 41 underneath him of Paul LaCourte. There's a battle for position. Non-stop action here tonight at Kokomo Speedway. Unbelievable how great these guys are racing.
Yeah, it's the Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series here presented by the Upstate Racing League, and this is Upstate Racing, and it's Upstate Al, the boss man right now out of South Glen Falls. He is the one leading here in heat race number 3. He'll get 4 laps to go, but the battle is still for the second position between Brandon Massey and Nicholas Weatherby. Massey right now has it as actually here comes French. He is going to start to close the gap in the 926 as they're got 3 laps to go this time by.
Well, with 3 to go to get to that green checkered flag, pardon me, it's still Smith showing the way. Massey trying to find some racing room to hold off right now as Weatherby as the challenge is on there between those two. But I'm telling you, and now right there, the 926, here comes Richard French. He's waiting to see if he can possibly take advantage of something happening in front of him. Almost made contact there. That's the one thing about these late models. It's so close, but yet they don't touch.
And right now it is all Al Smith out front. He'll take the 1 to go here tonight in the final heat race presented by Butt Kicker. Brandon Massey is second. It's still Weatherby running in third. French is still fourth. LaCourte and then Hayes out this time out of turn 4. The checker flag will be in the air. It'll be Al Smith picking up his first heat race win of the season. So Al Smith gonna have a good starting spot here tonight for the Do 0-100 at Kokomo. So it's Smith, Massey, your top positions here. The warm-up, though, about to come live to us. So as this happens, we're going to take a quick step away, but not before we mention our sponsors here tonight once again. None of this could be possible if it wasn't for our sponsors, the Bartel Builders. They're focused on providing the highest quality in service and contracting all over. Whether it's constructions, repairs, install, damage, they got it all. Hit up the Bartel Builders. We also got to thank GoBowling.com. Once everything is done all over the world, we are all going to go bowling. The Tri-State Soft Wash, no job too big, no job too little, residential and commercial cleaning. Butt Kicker, your sponsor here for all your heat races. Feel what you've been missing. SUNY's Market, where all the drivers go to before and after for the Upstate Racing League. And we will be right back here from Kokomo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Bowling brings people together.
Right down the middle. You got it. Uh-oh. Good job.
See what you can do, man.
Oh. Wait.
That's a strike right there. Connect with family and friends. Go bowling.
Welcome back here to Kokomo, Indiana, here at the Kokomo Speedway for the Do 0-100 tonight. The Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series presented by the Upstate Racing League about to go feature racing for the first time here tonight with their Pro Late Model Series. Earlier tonight, Brian Hacker was able to pick up his fourth street stock win here at Kokomo. Could he add another late model win to his name? We're going to find out here in just a little bit. He already has 2 wins to his name, but while we have just a quick second, let's run you down through your point standings here tonight before we get into things. There you see your point standings. Brian Hacker leads your points. It's Justin McDuff and Robbie Schaefer, 1, 2, and 3. Then it's Brett Bartel. Al Smith Jr. is sitting there 5th. That's how your championship standings look. I believe, actually, we may have grabbed the wrong standings for some odd reason. Somebody maybe did not fix that, but Tim, either way, we're going A-Main Racing.
There we go. Hey, the pace truck's out there. Always a good sign to see. That means some action's going to follow soon after you see that thing disappear.
Well, as the pace
Here, the other
truck...
grid. I love how fast they grid in iRacing.
That's got to be one of the most amazing things. There's no waiting around, waiting on somebody. Everybody is here, and everybody is ready to go, and this is how your Balden Motorsports Stop Bullying starting lineup is going to look. Your first 3 drivers all won their heat race. It was Wild Wayne in the 413, winning heat race number 1. Heat race 2 went to Brian Hacker in the 11. And then it was Al Smith Jr. picking up heat race number 3. Starting in the 4th position, though, tonight, it's going to be the 20, the Arts Barbershop number 20 of Justin McDuff. Starting on row number 3, it's going to be Robbie Schaefer in the 97 machine and Brandon Massey in the old shed. Row 4, it's going to be Brett Bartels in the Bartel Builders number 2. Chris Stump in his Joe Exotic machine going to start there to the inside. Or to the outside. I can read the timing and scoring. Row 5, it's going to be Nicholas Weatherby in the 24 and Kokomo's own Chris Brown. In row number 6, it's going to be the 45 of Casey Bietti, and then it's going to be Richard French there in the 926 machine. Row 7, it's Big Country Cole Haas in his Call Coolers 29, and Brian Jones in the number 9. Row number 8 here tonight, it's going to be the 41 of Paul LaCour and Jeremy Weatherby in his 289 machine. Row number 9 is going to look like this. It's going to be Brian Rogers Jr. in the number 12. And it's going to be Charlie Hayes in his Dryden 15. Starting at the tail of the field here tonight out of Topton, Pennsylvania, and it'll be the 40 of Josiah Millen. That's your 19-car field as the iRacing pace truck's about to duck down. Tim, I hope you're ready. 100 laps
I'm ready.
coming your way.
I got my popcorn.
Well, don't spill it on yourself because the green flag is officially waving here in Kokomo for the first time as we go feature racing. And it's McDuff down to the bottom. He's going to catfish with Al Smith. Smith a little out of shape that time out of turn number 2, but everybody keeps it clean and green here in a complete lap number 1. It'll be Wayne McDuff leading for the first time this season in the feature event. Can he hold off the number 11 of Brian Hacker, though, because here comes Hacker hacking away to the inside.
Well, Hacker's doing exactly what we saw him do in the heats earlier tonight, and he's using that inside line to his advantage to try to take positions from who's in front of him, and we have a caution.
Caution flag waving for the first time here tonight. It looks like the Dryden number 15 of Charlie Hayes has gone around here. I believe the trailer is telling us they have found the caution flag. Let's throw it back on the Turn 3 Racing replay as we look from above down onto Charlie. Let's see what happens as you see the 3-wide action. LaCourte down there banging doors with Weatherby. Let's see what happens to the Dryden. Oh, the Dryden 15 shoots into corner number 3. He's going to make the contact with Weatherby, and that's just going to bring out the caution there. 2 drivers fighting for the same real estate here on this little bull ring of a track in Kokomo. Brings out our first caution flag of the night. Things like that are going to happen down around the bottom tonight, Tim. Things just happen very quick.
Well, plus, with dirt action, a guy can catch a rut, or he can catch, the guy next to him, and it'll affect if, they make contact and they get out of sorts. You think you're turning right, next thing you know, you're turning left. But with this many laps and 19 cars, biding your time, to me, seems like the way to get to the front, because those guys battling for the lead, if you're a mid-packer and you're doing pretty good, you're going to find yourself hopefully working your way up there through mistakes in front of you, or you're learning something as you're going through there, and take advantage of these guys.
Well, the iRacing pace truck is down and away. That means one thing, going back to the green flag racing here on lap number 7. Green flag back in the air. Wade McDuff once again gets to the bottom, and he gets a good start to the outside. Hacker, though, going to try and diamond it off, but Al Smith is going to be there to fill the hole into turn 3. And it's still going to be all Wade McDuff, Brian Hacker, Al Smith. Here comes Robbie Schaefer. McDuff back there. Justin McDuff going to pop a little bit of a wheelie in his Arts Barbershop number 20. As he went down, he hit the U-tire, but he's actually able to carry on, and he carries all his momentum up into the 3rd spot.
And that's one of the great things about dirt late model racing. You don't need all 4 tires to get through the turns. You just need the right front and the 2 rear ones to power you through. But the action right now, we're seeing some guys are trying the high side right now. I don't know if it's going to work. It did the heats, but maybe with a longer race here, I don't know. We'll have to see what they can do. But that inside line still being very advantageous to these guys. But the outside line, guys are trying that high groove to see what they can do.
Yeah, right now you see Wayne McDuff, Wild Wayne, as he is the highest driver on track as they are 3 wide out of turn number 4. Door banging down into 1 as Justin McDuff is going to sandwich Hacker. It's a McDuff sandwich, put Hacker in the middle. Now Hacker's going to shoot out. Justin McDuff tries to roll the bottom. Al Smith is there. It's a 4-car battle, 5-car battle for the lead. Hacker, though, will prevail here once again at Kokomo. Everybody now gives chase down the back straightaway.
Well, the thing I like about Hacker, what I've seen so far, he's smooth and consistent. He hits his marks. He takes the same line, and he takes advantage of that. And what he's trying to do now is get away from the guys behind him. But McDuff, both of them, Justin and Wayne are there, and Smith, and also Bartel's the number 2. Don't count him out because he's been really good on that low line too, trying to take advantage of the guys in front of him that might be making an error.
Yeah,
great racing by these guys. My hat's off to them. And we're not even halfway through this.
Not even halfway home tonight here in the Do 0-100, but it's Brian Hacker out front, Justin McDuff, Al Smith, then it's Wayne McDuff, Robbie Schaefer. They all run around the bottom, but we are watching the battle for the 6th position. It is Bartels, and then right behind him, it's Bietti in the 45 DC Monster Energy Machine. And then it's Brandon Massey there, and they almost make contact. Brandon Massey, and that's Chris Stump in the Joe Exotic. Here comes Kokomo's own Chris Brown to the high side. He figures everybody else is down there on the bottom. He'll shoot the gap 3 wide into turn number 3. Slide up in front of Brandon Massey. As they come out of 4, he is going to pick up 2 positions in 1 corner.
What a move by Brown. We saw him in the heat earlier tonight, trying that high side. Didn't work to him. Now he's using it to his advantage. He comes down, he dives in between. Like you said, cuts right between them, says, hey guys, I'll take both your positions, and he advances. What a move.
Yeah, he has had probably the most laps out of everybody here on this track, and it is showing tonight as he still goes up there and rips the lip. He is the only one right now that is up right against the cushion. Turn in and turn out. Now Brett Bartel sees that Brown is up there. He's going to go up. He's going to try and take his line away. Now what will Chris Brown do as he has somebody in his way here at Kokomo for the first time here tonight? He is up into the 6th spot. Now he's going to shoot the gap. Maybe a slider. Not going to happen. He's going to have to run the middle, and he loses ground now to the number 2.
And Bartel does prevail on that, trying the high side that Brown had. So Bartel jumped up there, like you said, seeing if there's something up there that maybe wasn't there earlier tonight. Still got Hacker is your leader. McDuff running 3rd. Al Smith Jr. running 3rd. That's your top 3 right there. But the battle we're watching right now between Brown and Bietti, don't count him out in the 45. He's starting to come up there. But Bartel's in the 2 and Bietti in the 1 as they try to battle for position here. This is amazing.
Brown tries to throw the slider again on the 2 of Brett Bartels, but it's not going to happen. Right in front of them, it's the Moon Garage 97 out of Hamburg. That is going to be Robbie Schaefer, last week's winner, right now running in the 6th position as we're almost a quarter of the way here home at Kokomo, just not quite, as Brown still runs back there. Now he will look to get the run out of turn 4. They will both, Bartels and Brown, will go past Robbie Schaefer. Schaefer now runs back into the 7th position, a little bit farther back. Brandon Massey has fallen through the field a little bit, along with Chris Stump. They battle back here with Paul LaCour, and that is 9th, 10th, and 11th under the little bit of a blanket. The old shed is up there running the high groove as everybody else in this group is down around the bottom.
Well, it's interesting that that low groove, we've talked about it. Guys are trying to take advantage, but right now, if I'm one of them, I'm going to bide my time. I'm going to run, hit my marks, find something that works for me a little bit. But you still have Brown up there in the number 1, trying that high side, and I give him credit. He's sticking to his strategy and trying to make it work for him. He's still running in 6th position.
Yeah, as Brown runs in 6th right now, though, Brian Hacker has already worked his way into traffic. He has already put the number 9, the Snooties, number 9 of Brian Jones down a lap right now. The next one that would go down a lap, that is going to be the number 40 of Josiah Millen. He goes up and he runs the high side here tonight. You see it looking back off the number 40 of Josiah Millen. You see Hacker down to the bottom. Millen going to go up into the fence in turn number 1. So that's going to allow our leader now of Hacker to work down to the inside here in 3 and 4. Millen will now fall victim, running in the 16th position. Down a lap, and as Hacker has to battle with Millen, here comes Justin McDuff rolling the bottom. He is now about 2 car lengths off the back of that Speed 51. One of them up and over into the fence, I believe.
Oh,
That was Richard French.
Wow. The beautiful black and green and purple car. Ooh, man. Hope he didn't tear it up too bad. He was doing really good, holding on to it well where he was running there.
Yeah, Richard now runs in the 15th spot, 1 lap down. It's all Hacker so far here tonight, race fans. If you had Brian Hacker penciled in to win his 3rd race, it's looking good right now, but things are not over. We are not halfway home. It's Hacker, McDuff, and Smith. Right now, your top 3, as you see Smith kind of riding all by himself down there in that Mansfield Orthodontist Coach's Corner entry tonight. Running in 3rd, Brett Bartel's his 4th still, and he still has hot on his heels Chris Brown. And what happened to Casey Bietti? He has fallen back a little bit now into the 6th spot as those two, it looks like Brown and Bartel's going to try and shoot the gap here on a bunch of the lap traffic out of turn 4. One of them going to pull it down onto the infield, Richard French.
Well, we're going to see what they do as they come through around the turns here. These guys are definitely, this battle's been going on all night long. Let's see what they can do as they make their way around here. But I'm telling you, this action that they're having here tonight. And right now, sorry guys, my screen is just skipping all over, so go ahead and take it till I can get tuned in here.
Well, Chris Brown going to go back to the bottom here in turns 1 here as Brett Bartel still holds the outside. Chris Brown figures I rode around here behind Brett Bartel's now for about 20 laps. I got to find a way around him. The leader of Brian Hacker is starting to pull away right now. As I look at the map, it's about a half a track gap difference between your leader of Hacker and Chris Brown, as Brown still cannot find his way around Brett Bartel's as they now are working lap 38. There's your leader as he comes out of turn 4. More lap traffic for him. He puts Charlie Hayes another lap down. The next car to go a lap down is, Chris Stump's going to take a little bit of a shortcut. He's down into the grass there. He is sitting on pit road with his Joe Exotic 98. He is going to have to take the toe to pit road. Kohlhaas now going to go a lap down here to our leader in just a second. It's been a blistering pace so far here tonight as we close in on the halfway point. 10 laps away from halfway tonight in the Do 0-100. Like
I'm going to try to, I'm still stuck on the screen, so go ahead and take the action until something changes here.
You are all good, Tim, because the action is still clean. It is still green. It's just right now that Brian Hacker is working upon the Brandon Massey old shed machine. That would be your 11th place runner. So on this long green flag run, Hacker has stayed right on the bottom here. He has not really deviated from his plan here tonight at Kokomo. He just rolls the bottom. He's been catfishing all night long. Justin McDuff has been doing the same thing down on the bottom. So as things pick up here, McDuff going to make a little bit of a mistake that time out of turn number 4. He's going to lose ground to the number 11 of Brian Hacker. Brandon Massey, though, he now is going to go a lap down as he runs the middle as Brian Hacker runs the bottom. Hacker slides a little bit, so here comes the number 65 of Brandon Massey. He rolls back into the top side. He takes his lap back, but now this time down the back straightaway, it is going to be the 11 of Brian Hacker. Contact between your leader and the lap down car of Brandon Massey. He gets jacked up there in corner 3. They were able to keep them all together and pointed in the right direction, but now that's going to allow Justin McDuff to come right back here into this battle. Hacker now seems to be off his rocker, kind of rattled his cage, and we're closing in 3 laps to the halfway point here tonight in the Do 0-100. Well, looking through the field here, it looks like Paul LaCourte, who's running right now in the 10th position, would be the next car to go a lap down. Looking off the back here from our R&R onboard camera with Paul LaCourte. Looking back, you see Hacker in the Speed 51 Western Super Series 41 here tonight. Looking a little bit farther ahead, it looks like right now we have 4 drivers off the racetrack right now. Chris Stump, Richard French, Jeremy Weatherby, and Brian Rogers Jr. all right now sitting down on pit road as Hacker continues to set the blistering pace. Right now it is a 2-car runaway here tonight at Kokomo. As you see Hacker, there's McDuff right behind him. Where is Brett Bartels? He is a little bit farther back. Him and Chris Brown are coming, though. Last time by, those were your 2 fastest cars out there on track. One of them is around. It's Brandon Massey. Massey going to go around, and it looks like so is the 9 of Brian Jones. So at the halfway point home here tonight is going to be the first caution flag, second caution flag of the evening. Waiting for the truck to tell us where the caution flag replay is. There it is. It's queued up. They tell us. Let's watch. You're watching the 65, the old shed of Brandon Massey, and the number 9 right out in front of them. They ride up top there. You see Cole Haas in the call coolers machine. What happens between Brandon Massey and the 9 here of Brian Jones? Looks like Jones gets a little crossed up there sideways, and Massey was back into the throttle hard down in 1 and 2. They made the contact after going a lap down, and now they bring out the caution flag here with just 48 laps to go here tonight at Kokomo. The racing action is heavy. The racing action is hard. The track has started to slick off here. As you can see, the black, the shiny all over this racetrack. These guys have been beating down this dirt surface here tonight at Kokomo, trying to figure out where the groove is going to be. It is all the 11 of Hacker, though, with Justin McDuff. It looks like we're getting ready to go back racing here as they're starting to double them up. Throw your timing and scoring down there. See where everybody is running here tonight. iRacing Pace Truck is down and away. It looks like French going to get back out onto the racetrack right now. He is 20 laps behind, but he could pick up another position there as the green flag is about to come out. Green flag is waving once again here in Kokomo, and it's going to be a great start by Brian Hacker. Hacker gets away with a good start, but here comes Al Smith. Chris Brown going to go to the top side here early. He is going to make up a bunch of ground. He's going to take over the second position. Here comes Bietti. Bietti's going to follow Brown to the high side. That's going to put Hacker. Oh, someone's going around. It looks like Al Smith Jr. in the coach's corner, 96. He goes around. He was running inside the top 5, so after the caution flag there a couple laps ago, another one going to fly here in Kokomo. Well, let's throw it back and see what happened to Al Smith as he was running inside the top 5. He was running 4th at the time of the incident. He was battling hard with McDuff. Contact there out of turn 4. Oh, Wayne McDuff going to come in there. Wild Wayne going to make contact with Mansfield Orthodontics coach's corner, 96 of Al Smith. And that is what's going to bring out our caution flag here at Kokomo. See how the iRacing officials do line these cars back up. It does look like it will be Hacker, then Brown, then Bietti, your top 3 drivers here, as it looks like Charlie Hayes is going to get a lap back, so he'll be the last car on the lead lap, running in the 11th position. iRacing Pace Truck, just like that, already down and away here tonight. 40 laps going to be the distance here when the green flag flies, and there it is, the green flag back out. Chris Brown going to get chased. He goes to the top. Brett Bartel's going to go to the top. He's going to jump the cushion in turn 1. He's going to go up into the wall, but he will not lose ground. It's still Brown, Bartels, and then Bietti. All 3 Bs, the killer Bs, up against the wall, swatting at it, seeing who's going to step over the cushion. Look at Chris Brown. He is making up a ton of ground up there. He's going to jump the cushion a little. He's going to right rear the wall, but he's going to pull even with your leader here of Brian Hacker. As Hacker still down to the bottom. Brown going to try and knock down the fence once again in turn number 4, but that time by did Chris Brown get his first lap led. Brown going to lead his first lap, and the caution flag going to come out as Ivor Kohlhaas in the Calm Coolers, 29. He will go around and bring out another caution flag here. It looks like he might be able to stay out in front of the leaders. We'll take a look in just a second. Truck tells us it's got it queued. There it is. Let's watch the 29 of Kohlhaas. You see Massey up into the wall there. Looks like Paul Laporte and Al Smith Jr. going to make the contact, which actually triggered the yellow flag. Kohlhaas just nowhere to go as he piled in there. So another caution flag going to wave here as everybody's going to have to bunch back up. But that cycles. Now, the one of Chris Brown to the lead. He has led 3 laps, 2 of them under yellow. 2 under yellow, 1 under green here tonight. You are watching the Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series here presented by the Upstate Racing League. It is the Do 100. We are working lap 67 out of the 100 scheduled here tonight. The iRacing Pace Truck lights are already off. That means this time by out of turn number 4, we're going to lay down the loud pedal here again at Kokomo. 12 drivers still on the lead lap here as the green flag comes back out. Chris Brown gonna jump on the loud pedal to the outside, but here comes Hacker. He's gonna try to work the bottom of Brett Bartel's gonna work the middle as he is 3 wide. Hacker tries the slide job, not gonna be able to do it in turn 4. Brown back to the top side in turn 1. Bietti's up there. Brett Bartel's gonna run the middle. Brian Hacker back down to the bottom. McDuff is down there. He is the only one still riding the bottom. They have seen how Chris Brown has gone to the top here tonight, and everybody has pretty much followed suit. Al Smith going to go back down to the bottom. He's trying to make up a lot of ground after he just went around in that Mansfield Orthodontist 96. But it is still Chris Brown able to gain the momentum off the high side here tonight. 30 laps to go in Kokomo. Casey Bietti going to take over the 3rd spot as he walls it in turn 2, walls it again in turn 3, but he keeps the car pointed in the right direction. Sideways, little bounce off the wall in turn 4. Nothing hurt on the 45 DC. Chew, Monster Energy 45 tonight. He's going to pull right to the back bumper of the 11 of Brian Hacker, but he's going to have nowhere to go. He's going to hit the wall once again. These boys are trying to extend this little quarter mile of a track into just being a little bit bigger as they try to bounce off the wall again for Bietti. Brown, calm, cool, running out front here. It's his home track. He's been there every weekend working on the 410s. Tonight he pilots the Pro Late Model here for the Do 100. It's the Crown Truck Lifts number 1 of Brown. He'll come by this time. He'll be radioed 26 laps to go. Hacker now still rolling the bottom of Brown has checked out. Half a straightaway lead here for Chris Brown. Behind them, though, it's the 2 of Bartel's as he's going to go up smack the wall. Justin McDuff sitting there in 6th. Then it's Robbie Schaefer in the Full Moon Garage. He runs 7th. Al Smith has now worked into 8th. He is all by himself back here, though. It's the Hornet's Nest. 9th position all back. It's Hayes, McDuff, LaCourte, Massey, Millen. They all run under a blanket. Nowhere for a lot of these guys to go as the track is really starting to slick off here tonight as they only got 23 laps to go this time by for Chris Brown. 4 wide battle back there. It was Paul LaCourte to the inside, Wayne McDuff in the middle, Millen was in the middle, and they put Cole Haas up on the top side of the track. Contact out of 2. Wayne McDuff's going to be sideways into 3. He hangs on to that. A 413 machine. He'll roll around Paul LaCourte as LaCourte was sideways, then out of turn 4. The racing action is picking up as we close in on the 20 to go marker here. Next time by for Chris Brown as he's going to start to work caution flag out as Millen is around with Cole Haas. Josiah Millen in the Jordan Henn Racing entry number 40M here tonight, and Ira Cole Haas in the Calm Coolers machine go around here to bring out the caution flag as your leader of Chris Brown started to work into lap traffic. Brown didn't want to see the caution flag here at Kokomo. He wanted to keep it going. This is the replay, though, with 20 laps to go. What happened here with the 40 of Millen and the 29 of Cole Haas? Looks like Cole Haas going to help Millen around down in 3, unfortunately. And that's just 2-car spin, 2 drivers battling, trying to see if they could get the momentum rolling as they were a lap down. They now fall 2 laps down here tonight. Gonna be a hard one to come back here at Kokomo. Under 20 laps to go here as the field will double them up once again. It'll be Chris Brown, Casey Bietti. Then it'll be Brian Hacker, Brett Bartels, Nicholas Weatherby, Justin McDuff, Robbie Schaefer, Al Smith Jr. Then it's going to be Hayes and McDuff back there as the green flag is waving. 17 laps to go here in a great start to the outside. Here comes Casey Bietti. He's going to bounce it off the fence. 3 wide out of turn number 2. New leader, and the caution flag going to come out right away. We'll see if that pass for the lead is going to stand at the timing and scoring line. It looks like the 9 of Brian Jones going around to bring out another caution flag here towards the end of this one. Let's throw it back and watch right here over top what happens to the 9 of Brian Jones. There you saw the iRacing pace truck down and away. Next time out of turn number 2, they're telling me is where the number 9 goes around. Oh, it looks like he gets into the door there of the 29 of Cole Haas, and that's actually what's going to bring the caution flag out. Everybody trying to roll that bottom, and it just kind of got stacked up. That's your typical short track, roll the bottom, one driver checks up in front of you, absolutely nowhere to go for the next one. That's going to now mean, I'm looking at it, it looks like Casey Bietti's going to take the inside lane possibly here on this restart, as it's a quick yellow flag as they were able to re-rack them and restack them. So it'll be Brown to the outside here on this restart. Bietti's going to take the inside, he's going to fire off, Brown's going to give chase. It's a good start for the DC. Shoe 45, here comes a slide job by Brown. He is not going to be able to. Now Hacker's going to pounce on it. Hacker's going to pull even into turn number 3. It is all Bietti out front as he's going to see 12 laps to go on the timing and scoring. Hacker still down to the bottom here. Chris Brown is rolling the top side, trying to get the momentum built up back in that crowd. Lifts number 1. Bartels runs the high side. Nicholas Weatherby rides the high side. But Brian Hacker still down there catfishing like he always does. He's got Justin McDuff down there with him. Everybody else has migrated to the top of the track here with this time by. It'll be 10 laps to go here at Kokomo for the Do 0-100 and the battles for the lead. Here comes Hacker down to the bottom. Maybe a little bit of grip, a little bit of moisture now. Has been down to the bottom of the track. We will see what will happen as we close in on the finish of this one. Casey Bietti gonna bounce it off the wall once again. Chris Brown still there. He bounces it now off the wall. Hacker gonna lose a little ground that time with 9 laps to go. Now it's 8 laps to go at the line. Coming to get 7 laps to go this time. The inside lane looked like it worked for a couple laps of Brian Hacker, but now it's gonna be all Casey Bietti out front here. Brown's trying to give chase tonight, but he can't go anywhere now that Casey has taken away his line. Now he's right on the back bumper of that 60 or 45 here, as Hacker still trying to reel them back in down on the bottom groove. 5 laps to go. 5 fingers in the air here from the flag man tonight. Bietti, Brown, Hacker, Bartels, Nicholas Weatherby, Justin McDuff, your top 6. Robbie Schaefer going to make the pass on the high side here. He will take over the 6th position from Justin McDuff. That's the battle for the 6th and the 7th position. Casey Bietti still leading here. And he's going to throw it into 3 real hard. Brown's going to throw it into 3 also. They both make contact with that right rear out of turn number 4. Brown going to jump the cushion in 1. He is going to lose a ton of ground. And that's going to be a tragic mistake here for the number 1 of Chris Brown, because this time by, the popsicle sticks are going to be in the air. Just 1/2 mile of racing to go tonight in the Do 0-100 here from the Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. And it's a 3-horse race. The Kokomo native of Brown trying to see if he could win at home. Hacker seeing if he could win back-to-back features tonight here at Kokomo. 1 lap to go tonight, presented by Butt Kicker, and it's going to be Casey Bietti running the high line here at Kokomo. He is going to come across the line as your winner tonight for the Do 0-100. It's Casey Bietti, Brian Hacker, Chris Brown, Brett Bartels, Nicholas Weatherby, your top 5 drivers here. Robbie Schaefer is in 6th, Justin McDuff 7th. Al Smith Jr. in the 8th spot. Paul LaCourte, as Casey's going to go into the donut celebration on the front straightaway. LaCourte comes home 9th, and Charlie Hayes rounds out the top 10 here tonight in the Do 0-100. What a race by Casey Bietti. Came out of nowhere in the second half of this race and was able to pull her into victory lane. What a night for him. What a night for Brian Hacker. As you see the 45 pull it up right onto the Kokomo Speedway victory lane. Everybody else around him celebrating. We will take a quick break here tonight from Kokomo. We'll be back with your post-race shows brought to us by Austin Design. Welcome back here to Kokomo, Indiana. Race fans at the Kokomo Speedway. We bring you your Austin Designs post-race show here at Kokomo. And we have, sitting in victory lane here tonight, it's the driver of the 45 of Casey Bietti. Casey, a good, strong run. Where the heck did you come from in that late going of this race?
And I don't know. I was running like 7th, 8th with probably like 20 laps in the race. And then I see Chris go flying by on the outside and start rolling the top, and I moved up there with him. And then those late race restarts definitely helped me and Chris to haul in Brian, because he was in a league of his own at the start of that race. He was gone, but dude, I'm out having a heart attack right now. I did not think I was going to get a win this season. Well, it was fun.
Tell us about it. How does it feel to park this machine in victory lane with a field this stacked here at Kokomo?
It's mind-boggling. I was happy last week when I got second. I didn't even imagine getting a win this season. I knew I could do it, but I did not think it was going to be possible. Brian, Robert, Al, Brett, all those guys are stupid fast. It's not really racing with them.
Well, it's got to feel pretty good here. Last week, a podium finish. This week, another podium finish. You take one away from the hometown boys here of Hacker and Brown, as they are the closest to this racetrack, and Brown calls it his hometown track. You saw him rip the lip. But you know what? We're going to head a little bit back east next week. How do you feel about going to Lima Land for another 100 laps next week?
Hopefully the outside works there. Personally, I can't really run the bottom in any track. No matter where we go, I'm always up on the lip, and I think it'll be fun next week.
Well, there you have your Bartel Builders Victory Lane word of the day. But Casey, before we let you go, we're going to roll the red carpet out for you. We're going to hand you the mic. Who helps you out on this 45 machine here to get you to the racetrack here on a Thursday night?
I can't really think of anybody right now. My mom, dad, they really help. Can't really think of anybody right now.
Well, you could always thank me. I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
It was Bartel Builders for sponsoring the league, and then Brian Rogers for sponsoring the race tonight. Whew.
Well, hey, Casey, congratulations on winning this one, and good luck next week from Lima Land. But I believe, Tim, I think you've caught up with our second place finisher here tonight at Kokomo.
Hey, Brian, nice job. We watched you in the heat action there, and you really had a penchant for that low line, and you made some great moves throughout the field. But in the end there, what do you think kept you from getting to victory lane tonight?
I like digging the bottom anywhere we go. Basically, it was definitely working at the beginning. Basically, out of fear, I didn't want to run the top because I know it's really easy to get into the wall here. And Al was pretty adamant this week about not getting into the wall, because it could definitely it can boost your momentum and your speed, kind of I wouldn't say artificially, but it's just something Al didn't want to see. So I wanted to run the bottom. I always run the bottom, and it worked out for the first 60 or 70 laps, and then it started to go away. And the second was about as good as I could do tonight.
So now that you've seen what happened tonight, would you maybe think about trying the high side if the opportunity came up again?
No,
Okay.
I run the bottom.
Okay, well that's good. I just, sometimes you see it there. Well, you had a great run tonight. You did great in the heat action as well, and congrats on a second place finish, which beats. I always tell people beats 22nd, right?
Sure does. Yeah, I'm happy with second. It's a good points night. I know Schaefer was starting to close in on me a little bit there, so we were able to maybe put a few points on him. So that's I'm gonna take that away from tonight and be happy with it.
All right. Well, good luck. I look forward to calling some more of your races because you were very exciting to watch tonight.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it.
Well, there you heard it from your GoBowling.com second place finisher here tonight of Brian Hacker. But it's the man that everybody was interested to see. It's the number one of Chris Brown out of Kokomo, Indiana. Chris, it's your third race here with the Bartel Builders Pro Late Model Series, and it is your third podium finish, and it couldn't probably be any more sweet than being right here at home.
I'd rather won this race, to be quite honest.
Well, we know it's probably a little disappointing. Somebody especially so hard-nosed, just like yourself, not being in victory lane. Tell us about tonight, though, as you were the first to go up there and ride the high line here at Kokomo.
Yeah, I think I probably went up there a little too soon and kind of showed everybody where the fast stuff was at. So, yeah, I probably should have waited to go up there a little bit longer, but I wanted to be the first one to get up there. So I went up there and I was hauling, man. I was going.
Yeah, tell us about the battle, though. It seemed like you, Bietti, and Bartels, the Killer Bees here tonight, were all kind of under a blanket all night. None of you could get away from each other.
Yeah, everybody's real good, so it's going to be tight race, and it doesn't matter who's around you. It's just everybody's a good driver in here, so it's going to be tight racing wherever we go.
Well, talking about wherever we go, you know you wanted one here in Kokomo for yourself to put it up on the mantle. It's kind of like that unicorn. I wink at you as you can't see it, but you kind of know how I feel about unicorns in Pocono. I guess it's going to feel the same way with you here in Kokomo. But how about Lima Land? We're going to head to Ohio, Western Ohio. How do you feel about that one?
Lima Land's going to be, they're pretty similar tracks to here in Kokomo, so it's going to be right around the top again next week. People are going to be banging off the walls. I don't think I've ever seen a race here at Kokomo where people weren't banging off the walls. So,
well, Chris, congratulations on a third-place finish again, though. Who do you got to thank for this crown lifts? Number one here.
I'll give a thanks to Bartel Builders Pro Late Models. These guys for sponsoring the league, Upstate Racing for putting on this league. And give a shout out to my fiance for letting me drive.
Yeah, Chris, you're always big on thanking the fiance. You know, she sits behind you all race long. Next thing you know, a book might come flailing at your head. You just never know. But that was your butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Third place interview here tonight, but it was all about the man who came out of nowhere, the 45 of Casey Bietti, gonna win here tonight at Kokomo for the 2-0-100. Tim, it was an amazing race. 19 drivers took the green flag. At one point, there was only 9 drivers on the lead lap.
It was a great showing, and these guys were very impressive to watch. What I saw tonight, before my screen went to wherever it went to, but the action was incredible, and the guys that were racing, their moves on the inside, on the outside, and they ran a very, very clean race. A few cautions, but you're going to have that in a 100-lapper. But I was very impressed, and I look forward to calling some more of these races.
Well, next week, these boys line up the Bartel Builders Pro Late Models once again, but it's not going to be back here in Kokomo. We're going to load up the trailers. We're going to head a little east. We're going to head over to Ohio to the Lima Land. That's going to be another one of those bull rings, and we're going to go racing once again next week for 100 laps. We can't wait till we get over there to that track, but we will first congratulate your top 3 once again of Casey Beatty, Brian Hacker, and Chris Brown. That's going to about do it here from the Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. These boys were hanging it out here tonight. Very high, wide, handsome, down to the bottom. Some of them never left it. They stayed down there all night long. But before we kind of go off the air here, we got to thank the Bartel Builders for everything they do with the Upstate Racing League. They build commercial, residential, just your simple repairs. Call the Bartel Builders. They will be there in an instant. We also got to thank Austin Designs for your Austin Designs post-race show here tonight. And how about Go Bowling? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you say after this we all get together and we just go out for a night of drinks, popcorn, and some bowling? Head on over to gobowling.com and get your lane reserved now. And of course, the Rookie of the Year, it's the Tri-State Soft Wash Residential and Commercial Cleaning. They're going to have to use them to clean up a couple of these Pro Late models tonight after this one. And of course, you cannot forget Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. These guys could have got kicked in the butt tonight when they hit that wall out of turn number 4. Feel what you've been missing by Butt Kicker. And of course, SUNY's Country Market, where all these guys are headed to pick up a couple of their sandwiches and snacks after this one. We got to thank everything they do also. R&R Garage and Restoration, we got to thank everything they do also here for the Upstate Racing League. But that's going to do it here from the Kokomo Speedway in Kokomo, Indiana. We will catch you next week here with the Bartel Builders Upstate Racing League. Next week from Lima Land.